Om Gam Ganpate Namaha. Welcome to my channel Vedic Astrology explaining the Vedic science. Today we will be talking about upcoming Saturn retrograde and its effects on all the 12 ascendants. So let's get started. Let's look at the dates first. Saturn will go retrograde from 27 July onwards in Pisces in Revati Nakshatra. Saturn from 9th October 2026 onwards will go into Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. And then Saturn will go direct on 11 December 2026, remaining in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. Saturn will come back into Revati Nakshatra in Pisces on 8th February 2027. Let's see now what will Saturn retrograde bring for all of us. See, Saturn retrograde will act as a karmic closer for all ascendants, endings, maturity, restructuring around the house it transits. It's a period of karmic auditing and karmic re-evaluation and unfinished business with people or things. It carries a closing chapter, quality, karmic completion, dissolving old structures, and a quiet reckoning with what's actually sustainable versus what you have been just enduring. It means revisiting, delaying, or revising anything initiated in the past. It's like a final audit of karma before a new cycle begins. It's like an internal review and closing loops which you were stuck on from a long time. Saturn going retrograde means it will bring to light all the things within and without that are not helping us, not good for us, and not truthful to our inner light and knowing. Saturn's retrograde phase will trigger significant shifts, especially if you already have natal retrograde Saturn in your birth chart. It's a time to review responsibilities, career direction, commitments, and long term plans rather than starting completely fresh. Old issues around work, authority, and discipline can resurface for correction or completion. Treat, post, treat postponements as refinement time, upgrade skills, fix foundations, and avoid shortcuts. Saturn in Pisces in Revati Nakshatra blends structure and limits with completion, nourishment, and spiritual closure. You will learn the importance of healthy boundaries, emotional protection, and saying no. Without boundaries, you can overgive and feel drained. Old patterns, responsibilities, or relationships tied to compassion, faith, service, or long distance themes may conclude or shift. Especially for students, it can bring mentors, teachers, or circumstances that may help them move safely from one life phase to the next. Finally, I want to say that one should finish well, release what's complete, and leave behind what doesn't serve you, and build a disciplined foundation for the next cycle. Let us now look at all the 12 ascendants and what will it bring for them. Starting from Aries. Aries ascendant or Mesh Lagna. It is impacting their 12th house. So there will be strong push towards spiritual practice, solitude, and inner work. Some may feel drawn towards ashrams, meditation, or healing. There can be possible expenses, hospital or clinic visits, or in time in secluded places. There would be restructure in sleep and subconscious patterns. And career may involve foreign connection, research, or behind the scenes work. Results will come slowly but will mature eventually. Next is Taurus Lagna or Vrishab Lagna. It is impacting their 11th house. For them, income and gains will be restructured. Income and gains can be delayed but be more of stable earnings. Their old sources of income may dry up as new ones form. They will have social circle shifts. They may drop superficial contacts and keep only serious long term allies. Taurus Lagna people should focus on long term financial planning and do responsible use of their resources. Next is Gemini or Mithun Lagna. It is impacting their 11th house. For Gemini, career review and redefinition is on the cards during this period. Possible change of role, responsibility increase, or shift to more disciplined work will come. Relationship with boss's father becomes more serious, and you may feel pressure to perform or take on adult responsibilities. Long term reputation building through steady effort will help you, and if you do shortcuts, it will definitely backfire. Next is Cancer Lagna or Lagna. It is impacting their ninth house. For them, faith and philosophy will be tested and matured. They may shift teachers, traditions, or spiritual approach. Plans for higher studies, pilgrimages, or foreign travel may face delays but become more meaningful. Relationship with their gurus or mentors becomes more karmic and duty based, and respect grows through discipline. Next is Leo Lagna or Sima Lagna. For them, it is impacting their 8th house. There will be deep inner transformation. For them, old fears, taboos, and psychological patterns will surface for resolution. They will possibly focus on research, healing, occult, or shared resources, and there can be financial ups and downs around joint assets. For Leos, health issues may require long term management, and lifestyle discipline improves vitality over time. Next is Virgo ascendant or Kanya Lagna. It is impacting their 7th house. For Virgo Lagna, relationships will mature or end based on karmic reality. The superficial bonds will struggle and the serious ones will deepen. Possible delay in marriage or a more responsible, less romantic phase will come in existent partnerships. Business partnerships will require clear contracts and boundaries, and long term collaborations will be good for them. Next is the Libra or the Tula Lagna. It is impacting their 6th house. For them, the workload and duties will increase. The health routines will need discipline, right management of diet, exercise, and sleep. Old conflicts, legal matters, or debts may resurface to be resolved once and for all. It is a good period for people in service, healing professions, and systematic self care. Next is Next is Scorpio ascendant or Vrishchik Lagna. It is impacting their 5th house. For them, the creative and educational projects will move slowly but will gain depth. Perfectionism in work and creativity can cause delays. Matters of children like conception, children's education, and the responsibilities will become serious and structured. In romance, they will become more mature and realistic, and there will be less drama and commitment would increase for them. Next is Sagittarius ascendant or Dhanu Lagna. For Sagittarius, it will be impacting their 4th house. Home and property matters will be restructured, repairs in house, buying, selling delays can happen, or long term housing decisions will happen. Relationship with their mother may become more duty based, and emotional patterns from childhood come up to eventually heal them. Inner peace improves through routine, order, and simple living. Next is Capricorn ascendant or Makar Lagna. It is impacting their 3rd house. Their communication style will become more serious, precise, and and they may take up discipline writing or some sort of learning. Relationship with siblings, neighbors may involve responsibilities or karmic lessons. It is a good time for Capricorn ascendants for skill building courses or methodical work. Next is Aquarius or the Kumbh Lagna. It is impacting their second house. For them, the finances and family responsibilities will be restructured, and conservative spending and long term planning is favored. Their speech becomes more measured and truthful, and they may notice karmic effects of how they speak. Possible changes in family dynamics will happen as old patterns release and new roles stabilize. Yeah. Last is the Pisces ascendant or the mean Lagna. It is impacting their first house or the Lagna. For them, identity and life path will mature. They may feel older, more serious, and less interested in superficiality. Health and routine will need discipline, and this can form good long term habits for them. Lastly, I would like to conclude that Saturn retrograde is gonna be a period of karmic completion for everyone. Thank you for listening till the end of the video. If you like the content of my channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to it. Om Namah Shivaya.